Since its inception, gold has been the most precious metal in the world. Gold was presented to the world as the most beautiful and expensive, noble and valuable metal that is irreplaceable and unyielding. At all times, gold mining was a goal and a dream, and was accompanied by hard work. As a result, the world received wealth and the most beautiful jewels. At all times, Armenians have known the value of gold, and nowadays are no exception, as gold is highly valued everywhere in Armenia. Time passes, and gold, like its real value, remains unchanged.
After the completion of repairs, the number of jobs will increase. We want to launch our production without fail, after which we will immediately deal with sales issues.
Such a value was created in the very heart of Yerevan, just a few hundred meters from Republic Square. At that time, there was no electricity and no prerequisites for creating a big business. It was a time when people exchanged an apartment for a ticket to leave Armenia. At that time, the jeweler was waiting for electricity to be provided for at least an hour to do something and earn his daily bread. Vagharsh Sons, who had a profitable business in Gelencik, decided to leave everything and return home with his wife and 2 sons. He wanted his sons to study Atan, Armenian school, and besides, he had a goal to gather all the jewelers left in Armenia and create all the conditions so people could work on their own.
I did not want my children to study at a Russian school. If this happened, we would have stayed in Russia. We decided to return to Armenia and did so, and accidentally found out that the building was for sale. Even before that, there were plans to acquire some kind of territory for the gold market.
People believed in Vagharsh and gathered together. For 25 years, the number of people involved in the sale of gold products in the market increased from 50 people to 1,000. In addition, the number of pavilions that were engaged in the sale of diamonds and gold jewelry reached 250. There are 700 jewelry workshops in the market and about 5,000 people. It took many years of hard work to achieve all this.
Local governments have never been interested in how or in what conditions we work, and whether we work at all or not. For example, I would very much like them to invite me at least once during my activity to ask what I need and how they can be useful. At which point I do not mean financial assistance at all. I know that they do not have such an opportunity. But at least once they should have asked if it was possible to increase the jobs that I created for 10 to 20 places. It was a very difficult stage. All this was created by hard work. We worked day and night tirelessly. This is the result of our hard work, and this is the fruit of our work and our desire.
This is how the history of the gold market began. In the difficult 90s, only one car passed in an hour along the one-way street of Marx. The street was unattractive for walking, and the building of the bathhouse looked like an abandoned and forgotten territory. In 1994, it was decided to revive the street. For this purpose, the company Vagharsh Sons was created and entered the arena. Already by 1995, the building of the bathhouse turned into a gold market.
And why exactly the gold market? Because before I acquired the gold market, I was engaged in this business. I was engaged in the processing of diamonds, the purchase and sale of diamonds, and the manufacture and sale of jewelry.
Vagharsh Sons' goal was to gather purposeful, hard-working businessmen around him who would try to use their strength in the gold trade. In those years, people carried out their activities on the territory of the vernissage in extremely unfavorable conditions. It was very dangerous to sell gold and gold products in the open area, and people earned their daily bread in such difficult conditions. And how many times this bread did not reach the house because of thieves and murderers. Selling gold in those years was considered to be a dangerous occupation.
I noticed that not everything is safe in this area. People worked in the open air at the stadium under the sun. And in rain and snow, the conditions were the most unfavorable, and people took gold with them home, which was unsafe.
Vagharsh Abrahamyan invited these people to carry out their activities in the new territory and to believe in the success and importance of this business. He motivated people not to be afraid and take risks, assuring them that this business is profitable and promising.
I decided to buy this building. The building was half destroyed. We renovated the building and a gold market appeared. It was around in 93 or 94, and when I returned to Armenia, my cherished desire was to do jewelry business and bring order to this sphere.
The enterprising and inspiring Vagharsh managed to convince these people who believed, and there were so many of them who started their businesses with only 3 grams of gold. Today, these people still represent their jewelry brands.
I was sure that I would achieve success in this business. I gathered people around me who understood me and organized this business. In a week, we already had 70 to 90 people, and in a month, 100 to 120. And this number was gradually increasing, and now there are several thousand of us.
Thus, Vagharsh Abrahamyan managed to create and implement the idea of a gold market. There had only been a few gold stores in Yerevan before that, and those had already closed by that time. Vagharsh Abrahamyan managed to restore the illusion of a gold store on a more global and large scale. In a gold market, no business succeeds immediately. Success comes gradually, in small steps. However, Vagharsh Abrahamyan was well aware of the secret of these small steps and was not disappointed by the constant failures and barriers that arose. He extended a helping hand to people, and this hand did not remain in the air. The extended hand of Vagharsh Abrahamyan was held by supporters and people who believed in him, who became a united team and a large family. And now, they look back with a smile at the distant 1995, which became for them fateful. We have been in the gold market for over 20 years, starting with a small table. We had no own production of gold jewelry, bought from others and resold. Already 12 years, we have our production, and we produce the jewelry.
We have been working in the gold market for about 15 years, and during this time, we have achieved great success in trading gold and manufacturing jewelry, for which we are grateful to our management.
Today, Korenatsi Street is a crowded and noisy street full of life, and the gold market is a well-known public place with its special flavor and traditions. Today, it is safe to call it the center of gold in the gold market. People with different tastes will easily find their jewelry. Today, there are about 1,200 trading tables in the gold market, and the total number of employees is 5,000, which is a very important indicator for the country, and this is certainly not the end point. Now we have a project to expand the car park, create catering facilities that will serve our customers, and small cafes will serve both buyers and tenants. Since its inception, construction work has been carried out on the territory of the market almost every day. The building is constantly being renovated, becoming larger and developing. And clear evidence of this is the recent large-scale construction work. As a result of which, the gold market was given a new breath in the form of new and modern pavilions with various communication facilities and, of course, a luxurious appearance. The territory was increased by 4,500 square meters and has already been put into operation. The new building will become a forge of fresh and bold ideas operating in this area. Everyone knows that this is the largest trade and production complex in Yerevan and the entire region.
Our gold market is the largest in the world. It's interesting that a small country has the largest gold market. Before we created our market, the largest one was in Istanbul and had 480 outlets. The number of outlets in our market exceeded 1,000. The difference is that their outlets are larger and ours smaller, but the number of outlets is twice the Istanbul market.
Our direction is the jewelry trade in precious metals. The time has come when it is necessary to make new steps and improve buildings, internal infrastructure, and the whole network. After a year, construction began, as a result of which we have a new building and a new common network throughout the territory of the cooling and heating systems, and with the security system. Based on the already established traditions and principles, the new territory is presented as more innovative, creative, modern, and improved. The most famous jewelry brands are presented here. New paths and jobs are opened, and of course, new ideas and goals are born. The tenants working with us are our partners. I will say more. They have become members of the same family, as they have been working side by side for many years. We did this to satisfy our tenants, so that they work in a good atmosphere and more comfortable conditions. We consider this our home, because we spend more time here than at home. Recently, the market has undergone a major renovation, and the building has become more beautiful, for which we express gratitude to the management. We know our leaders personally and respect them very much. We have been on the market for 24 years, started the jewelry business from scratch, and now we are individual entrepreneurs who have achieved great success. Now we have tables where we sell gold, and we are very satisfied that we work here. From the very first days of its creation, a security system has been operating on the territory of the gold market, which is the key to the safe and peaceful work of employees.
The buyer can be calm because the market is provided with security services where professional specialists work, the presence of which makes it possible to stop incidents on the spot without waiting for a violation. They also control the quality of gold products.
Having worked for more than 21 years in the security service of World of Gold LLC, I can say that for decades, the emphasis has been on security. It was on the gold market that for the first time employees were allocated special bunkers, where after each working day, they kept their gold. By constantly increasing the preparedness of the security staff, we can assert that the security of the market meets international standards, ensuring the safety of both customers and employees of the market, as well as the security of the entire territory. Today, the bunkers are also modernized and improved. The bunker of our market is the only one in Armenia where each safe has a separate individual alarm system, which in turn is connected to a common system. The bunker, located in double rooms, provides double security. The motto of the gold market is to go forward and not stand still. The proof is the changes that we are seeing now. This is certainly not the end of the reform and will be permanent. The gold market has always been and remains a place for buying and selling gold and precious stones. But today, it is a whole city of inhabitants and events, and most importantly, with established traditions. For many years, people who worked side by side have become family to each other, and friendly conversations over a cup of coffee do not stop there. Today, gold market employees have become one big family and share worries, problems, and joys. How many new families were born here? How many people became related or became our compatriots who came from Syria and joined the locals as real friends? And they received special treatment and respect from the side of the company Vagharsh Sons.
We have great specialists with innovative ideas. Some of them moved to America and other countries, but 90% stayed in Armenia, and they have no desire to go anywhere. They are comfortable here, they work with families, and they work successfully.
The company Vagharsh Sons has one principle: act for the good of the motherland and create jobs, so people do not have to leave their homes in search of work. The doors of the gold market are open to our compatriots living abroad, jewelers and designers. Vagharsh Sons is ready to support those people who have the desire to develop their businesses in the gold market.
We have been working in the gold market, Vagharsh Sons, for about 20 years. Every year we achieve new successes, and trade develops, and we cooperate with new partners both from Armenia and abroad, for which we are grateful to Mr. Abrahamian. I have been working in the World of Gold shopping center for 10 years. At first I was selling silver, but after a short period I was already selling gold, and our management helped in this, providing all kinds of support for the business to develop and prosper.
From the first day I've been working in this market, our business began here. Now we have a store. We have always felt the support of Mr. Abrahamian and his family. Now we are working in a more civilized environment, in a beautiful environment. Both we and our clients are satisfied.
Some people have been working here for about 20 years, founded their businesses, and today their sons continue their businesses, which means that these people feel protected here, which is very important in this area.
We have been working for more than 25 years. We are working quite successfully. A new generation is already trying to establish itself on the market. We are the second generation in our family that is engaged in the purchase and sale of precious stones and gold. We are the second generation of sisters and brothers who founded the company Qa in the salon of which we are now. It is difficult for me to talk about what our parents have achieved. These achievements are many, and they are not only material. Vivid proof of our achievements are the showcases of our store, where the jewelry is displayed. The cornerstone placed by Vagharsh Abrahamian today has become a column and a vault of the roof. He is supported in this by his sons, who have devoted themselves to business, family initiative, and development. Today, the goal is to turn the gold market into an independent Armenian brand that will be recognizable not only in the country, but also abroad. Company Artioms, cooperating with the gold market, has achieved great success after the reconstruction of the market. We have the opportunity to expand and present to customers an even wider range of jewelry. Today, the gold market is experiencing rapid development. There are workshops and jewelry workshops, catering points, pawn shops, currency exchange points, a pharmacy, and more. This area lives a full and rich life. Undoubtedly, Armenian jewelers and our wonderful masters are known all over the world, and the glory of Armenian masters has reached all corners of the globe.
Even before acquiring the market, we worked in this area and always cooperated with Armenian masters. Our masters are first-class specialists in this field, and this skill is in their blood. I have said more than once that our grandfathers must have been jewelers. Armenian jewelers are highly valued throughout the world, and Armenian jewelers are respected and valued for their skills in many countries.
As a rule, Armenian masters do not stop there. They are always in the creative search, because there is no limit to perfection. The workshops of the gold market produce truly real national values and wonderful jewelry with national patterns. The gold market opens up unlimited opportunities for them. Interesting Armenian brands have recently appeared.
I have been engaged in jewelry for 20 years. At the beginning, there was just an ordinary small table, but today, thanks to the administration of the market, all this very beautiful territory was built. They gave us a beautiful store where all our products look very nice. At first, we had one outlet. Now we have several outlets.
I started my business in 1997. At that time, I had almost nothing. But in the future, I will improve everything. Everything that you now see is the result of my work over the years. Well, we thank the management of the market for giving us the opportunity to operate and promote the business.
I had a small table. Then we bought a small shop in the market. After the renovation, it became more comfortable to work here, for which we are grateful to the management, which allowed us to work in more favorable conditions.
Time has shown that we must represent our unique brand abroad as well. Branded companies created on the gold market are already on the world market, and there are numerous such companies.
From the very beginning, we made exclusive jewelry in small quantities, constantly developing. We have achieved all this, for which we are grateful to the company Vagharsh Sons. If needed, I have always received great support from the administration of the market during these 20 years on any issue, for which I am grateful to them.
Where there is gold, there is a question of quality and sample of gold. The company Vagharsh Sons approached this issue with all seriousness, having received the well-known marking code 02, which is by far the most reliable and prestigious. In the gold market, the client will find the jewelry he was looking for because we have a very large selection. In addition, he can be sure that he will not leave the market deceived, since a licensed, high-class gold testing center operates here.
All chemical analyses are carried out to determine the exact sample of gold.
Highly qualified specialists work in the labeling center. Using innovative, modern equipment, specialists get the best and most undeniable results. Everything is done locally in the gold market. Gold is produced, marked, and put up for sale.
We have lower prices for gold items than in other places. In jewelry stores that are located in the city center, prices are higher because the rent is high. Our market is also located in the city center, but we have more people working with a low income than in other places. Basically, people buy the gold items from us because they know that they are buying from manufacturers. We have all the services. Items are bought on the spot if needed. It is possible to reduce or increase the size, polish, and many other things.
As always, the gold market is guided by new goals and aspirations. Representatives of Vagharsh Sons are confident that Armenian gold jewelry can be presented at the highest level in any country in the world. Today, the export of Armenian jewelry products is the main goal of the company. Confidence pushes for actions to achieve the set goal, which is successfully implemented by the company Vagharsh Sons. The first big step to realizing this goal was the first exhibition sale in Armenia, under the title Armenia Jewelry Days 2017.
First of all, there should have been a desire to organize this, and we decided to organize an exhibition with us so that people could exhibit their products for free, as well as invite potential buyers for further cooperation. We thought we just needed to organize something.
The purpose of the exhibition is to promote the export of jewelry products. 11 countries and 70 companies became participants in the exhibition, got to know each other, communicated, and shared ideas and experiences. This exhibition allowed guests to see Armenia and the gold products produced in Armenia in a new way. Holding the first sales exhibition is a great holiday for us. But as for the exhibition itself, we saw what beautiful things Armenian jewelers make. Beautiful jewelry of your masters is magnificent. We have a lot to learn from you, and we will already conclude agreements and contracts.
We liked it very much. We think it is a promising market for us, and that we will come here not once, but many, many times, and will cooperate and work fruitfully. Everything is very well organized, a beautiful cultural program. Everything is wonderful. As far as the products, of course they're impeccable. They're good products. Otherwise we would not have been coming here for 10 years.
People could not even imagine that all this will turn out so beautifully after the exhibition. The number of outlets will increase, as well as the number of jewelers who want to work with us.
The organization of the exhibition is also exceptional because of the payment of tickets for guests from abroad for their stay in hotels, sightseeing tours of Yerevan and Armenia, dinners, and other interesting events organized by the concern Vagharsh Sons. The exhibition provided an opportunity to get a new breath and vivid impressions, as well as fame and, of course, new cooperation and signed contracts.
The gold business in Armenia is very profitable because we have a 180 millionth market. This zone of the customs union, the jewelry business is traditional in Armenia. Armenian jewelers have surpassed even the Italians with their skill.
I came here to get acquainted with the Armenian jewelry business and to see what equipment is used here. We provide the latest equipment for jewelry making, newly equipped 3D printers, and gold washing devices. Market research is the main purpose of my visit, and I hope this is not my last visit to Armenia. Yesterday, we signed a memorandum of cooperation with the company Vagharsh Sons. Armenian jewelers have always been famous all the time. You have had whole cities of jewelers, respectively. Professionalism is at the highest level. In the future, we think that there will be mutually beneficial long-term projects between our and Armenian parties. I think that for now, we will start with imports. We will import to Uzbekistan from Armenia.
We will definitely cooperate. It is clear because here are very beautiful products and attractive prices for our market.
This is our first trip, and I think not the last. And I also congratulate you on this first jewelry exhibition, which was very successful. Well, probably our country will be more interested in learning to make such beautiful things from Armenian jewelers. And in general, not a single important event or celebration in the country is complete without the participation of the gold market. An example of this is the organized campaign event dedicated to the 2800th anniversary of Yerevan.
The jewelry industry is a unique area that needs to be constantly developed.
Vagharsh Abrahamyan, even in the most difficult situations, does not lose optimism. His principles are to unite, never leave the homeland, create, and act for the good of the homeland. The company Vagharsh Sons confirms these principles with a new, remarkable initiative, the opening of a jewelry school. The school will be attended by talented Armenian boys and girls who want to try their hand at ancient Armenian traditional art and jewelry making. It should be noted that education at the jewelry school is free. The most talented students immediately get a job in the workshops of the gold markets. This is an encouraging and promising step.
We are happy to invite orphans and children from low-income families to join us. In 6 months, we will train them in jewelry, after which they will work for us to be able to earn their money and start families on their own.
Today, the gold market provides many jobs and is a conscientious taxpayer. They act for the good of the motherland. And of course, there are still many good deeds ahead of it. The Vagharsh Sons Company never stagnates in one place. Since its inception, it has been developing and improving. The company always has goals and realistic ways to achieve them. The benevolence that lies at the heart of Vagharsh Abrahamyan's business today gives a great result. Without difficulty, even gold turns into an ordinary metal. Vagharsh Sons Company has achieved everything thanks to its diligence and dedication. As in the case of gold, the principle and purpose of this company is always a constant and unshakable value. And so it will always be.
It's not easy to do this, but it is quite possible to achieve success.